In Frank Herbert's epic science fiction Dune Saga, the Bene Gesserit sisterhood is one of the most powerful groups in the universe. The sisterhood arose during the turmoil brought on by the Butlerian Jihad, which created the necessity for humans to rely on their own capabilities rather than computing technology. The Bene Gesserit order is driven by its desire to shape the universe as it sees fit. The sisters possess secret knowledge and have powers far greater than the average human in the Imperium. Some think of them as witches, but in truth they are women of great discipline. From the background of imperial politics, they manipulate the citizens of the empire, and they employ powerful techniques of religious engineering to seed myths in primitive worlds, making them malleable to the sisterhood's will. The Bene Gesserit, through the spice trance, could gaze into their genetic memory, but they could not look into the male half. The paternal half was blocked to them. It terrified them. Their messianic figure would be a male who could look into both sides. The Kwisatz Haderach. Robert Jordan's classic fantasy series, The Wheel of Time, features an order of women similar to the Bene Gesserit, known as the Aes Sedai. During the Age of Legends, the Aes Sedai assisted in the progression of mankind. They channeled the one power, which was split into two halves, Sidar, which only women could draw from, and Sidene, which only men could draw from. Eventually, the male half of the eternal one power became corrupted, driving all channelers of Sidene to madness, causing the breaking of the world. The female half of the one power remained untainted. The sisters hunt down male channelers of the one power and gentle them, severing them from the one source. Modern Aes Sedai are largely self-serving. They are trained to manipulate others along with being trained to channel Sidar. Like the Bene Gesserit, they are widely mistrusted and often called witches. They also have a male messianic figure, known as the Dragon, the Champion of Light. Both organizations utilize men without giving them access to the inner circle, and both groups train select girls in a code of strict obedience. Both have a long history and far-reaching influence in their respective universes. Robert Jordan admitted to being a big fan of Dune. It is likely that some things were borrowed. Frank Herbert himself borrowed several concepts from Isaac Asimov's Foundation series, which I have also covered on this channel. The Bene Gesserit and the Aes Sedai have many similarities, but there are also significant differences. One of the main differences is the organizational structure of the two groups. All Bene Gesserit answer to a single woman, the Mother Superior. Bene Gesserit loyalty to the Mother Superior is absolute, except in the case of heretics. The head of the Aes Sedai is known as the Amyrlin Seat. She is chosen by the Hall of the Tower, which is comprised of 21 women, 3 from each Aja. There are 7 Ajas of the Aes Sedai, each with its own specialty. Each of the 7 Ajas has its own internal positions of authority, with an Aja head at the top. Both the Aes Sedai and the Bene Gesserit surround themselves in religion but are not truly religious. Both groups invoke esoteric mysticism in order to manipulate lesser humans. Both groups possess seemingly magical powers. Since Robert Jordan's series takes place in a world where magic exists, the Aes Sedai do in fact draw their abilities from a supernatural source. They possess an impressive array of elemental and other magical abilities emanating from the one power. There are widely varying degrees of power among the sisters of the Aes Sedai. The Aes Sedai cannot, however, channel the one power offensively in battle unless they sense that their life or the life of their protector, known as a warder, is in danger. Bene Gesserit abilities, however, come from extensive training and discipline coupled with genetic honing through selective breeding. Other than genetic memory, Bene Gesserit power includes voice, which a skilled sister could use to control even the strong-minded. They also possess precise internal control of their bodies down to a cellular level, and were trained in the Weirding Way, a specialized form of martial arts which allowed them to appear to seemingly teleport in close quarters. This training makes the Sisters of the Bene Gesserit highly formidable in battle. While the Bene Gesserit have no problem using their skills to eliminate those in their way, the Aes Sedai are bound by a strict code of ethics and consider killing to be abhorrent. Both groups inhabit vastly different settings. The Bene Gesserit operate from many planets in the Imperium and have a hidden base planet called Chapter House. The Aes Sedai rule the city of Tar Valon from a castle known as the White Tower. Throughout both series, the two groups continue to change and evolve as their circumstances change.